Hello. How are you going? How are you doing, John?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How is your day going so far?
Okay. John, I'm going to start asking you to introduce yourself to the public.
Sure, no problem. So basically, my name is John. I'm
Yeah.
from United States, and I'm 23 years old. I'm
Okay.
studying industrial engineering, and I'm about to finish my career.
Okay. John, can you tell me about what are your favorite places there in United States?
Well, uh, I have visited like around 16 states here, but
Yeah.
for me, the my favorite ones are like Utah because I spent a lot of time there. I lived there like for 5 months last summer, and Florida. It is a good place to spend the summer also. So I would
Okay.
say Utah and Florida are my favorite places.
How is it going the pandemic over there?
Well, it is a little bit weird here because it is the first time that we spend all our time at home, for the lockdown. And well, we are trying to go into this pandemic like studying and working at home.
What do
Pretty
you
much
think
is,
about the pandemic? What is your point of view about the pandemic?
well, I would say it is one of the worst things that had happened recently in in all the world. And I don't want to say that it is the China's fault, but yeah, they should have do something better in order to contain the pandemic there, you know?
Yeah, I have here a lot of things about the American people about the capitalism. They are so capitalism, and they think all of what they think is money. It's that right?
Well, I mean, in my personal case, I would say yes. It is a country that it is moved for the money. So wherever you go, you're gonna see the people is worry about the money, about working, about spending, because it is the way that this culture is.
Yeah,
So
in a certain way, I think that all people around the world think the same about the money. They are getting fired, and the lack of money is something. It's a very big problem. John, I want to talk about with you about the civil rights over there. How is it going? Because with the black people, with the feminists, what do you think about that?
well, I would say we are trying to keep under control all those things, even with the pandemic, and everywhere is a little bit crazy because there are a lot of poor people getting fired from their jobs, and it is a little bit crazy. But especially here in the United States, there is a lot of uh, racism, and
Yeah.
sometimes the black people is getting like the worst things for all of us, and it is a little bit hard. But I mean, the government is trying to do the best in order to keep under control all those things. Regarding the feminism, it is like a big move right now here, but let's say that right now in the lockdown, in the pandemic, the people is on their house trying to stay there safe. So
Yeah.
we are not having like too much troubles with the feminism and the racism right now.
Yeah, sure. There are a lot of stereotypes about black people And actually, I think because I have been watching a lot of videos that uh, white people refuse black people just because of the color of the skin. I have seen that, but I don't know if it's something that keep going or is something that it's already stopped.
Well, I would say currently those this time the people is like changing all those things that we were doing wrong in the past, with the slaves and all those things. So right now, I think a lot of people is changing their minds because yeah, it was a really hard problem here, but I won't say the racism is like a big problem right now. I mean, right now there is no like huge like in the past.
Yeah, yeah, it's good news knowing that. John, the last question that I have is, what do you think about the English as global language? Do you think that is going to be there? Is going to be keep going right in the top for business, sociocultural factors? I don't know. What do you think about that?
Well, I think the English right now is like a global language, because it is like the language that all the people use in order to communicate and talk with the others. I mean, wherever you go, you're gonna find people that speak English, and I would say also it is one of, and I have heard things like that it is one of the easiest language in the world.
Yeah.
And maybe you, as a Spanish speaker, you know that because it is not that hard as the people think.
It could be possible that that thing change in, I don't know, 5 years from now.
Regarding that, regarding what
Regarding
the
to change, I don't know, the change the language to Spanish or Mandarin, Chinese, France, for business, sociocultural factors. It's important to take into account that the language, the English language, is basically used for business. That's what the most people say about it. Yeah, but that can change. Or do you think that is going to keep doing right there? It's going to be there always.
well, honestly, I would say uh, is gonna English is gonna keep at the top, like the most important languages in order to communicate for business or whatever you need in the world. But I think right now the people is getting like is getting going to other language, like trying to learn about other cultures and things like that. So maybe other languages like French or even in Spanish is gonna take a little bit more importance in the future.
I would like that happen in the future, in a near future. Okay, John. Thank you for being here. Thank you for answering me all the questions that I have for you, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me and have a good one. Stay
Bye.
safe. See ya.